Hey guys, welcome back. So, the thing that I want to talk about today is Phil from the Advice Show. So, a couple months ago, like around October, and so I remember that it came out that Phil's wife is a white Hispanic woman. Okay. Now, I would like to say this off bat: love who you want to love. Okay. If Phil wants to love his white Hispanic woman, he has every right to love his white Hispanic woman. But what Phil does not have the right to do is come on YouTube, call people bed wenches, shame and scold people for indulging in interracial relationships while he himself is sleeping with a woman who is not his race. What Phil does not have the right to do is come on YouTube and shame and scold other women for being single mothers while he went and picked up a single mother and made her a wife. Okay? Now explain to me what is the difference between being a single mother and being a single mother? Does her white skin exempt her from being a single mother? Because you know what? The black woman has a lot to hold on her plate and she has a lot of blame to face as well. And I will bring them on my channel, okay? I will bring those blames that I feel on my channel. Now you could comment down below and let me know what you think is different, but I will bring those blames onto her as I see fit. All right? But what you do not have the right to do, because that makes you a hypocrite, is go and get a woman that is of a different race that embodies the same things that you talk about, as in being a single mother, being a single black mother, but she's a single white mother, right? And then wife her up and put her on this pedestal while you poo poo and doo doo on your own race of women for doing the same thing. So, what prize is it that you gain? And I know this is like a hard thing for me to say because it's like I don't want to talk badly about somebody's wife. And I'm not talking badly on Phil's wife because I don't know her. But what I do know from what I've seen is that she is allegedly had children prior. And what I have seen of you, Phil, is that you have spoken badly on women who are single mothers. Okay? And that makes you a hypocrite. What makes Phil a hypocrite, again, in my opinion, is that he speaks about, these white savages and these white people and this and that. Oh, look at all of this, things that are happening to my people. But what has he ever done? What has he ever done for the black community but sit in front of a mic or travel with his white woman on your back, on your views? Like, I don't understand. Walk what you preach. If you cannot walk what you preach, don't preach it or live as a hypocrite. Because that's what it is, hypocrisy. That is what it is. I don't care who you love in life. I don't. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh my God, like, what are you talking about? Let me tell you something. You want to date interracially? Date interracially. You want to date your own people, solely, date your own people solely, okay? I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life, all right? I know how I walk in my life, okay? And I would never come here and preach something that I am not doing myself, okay? So let me explain something to you. All of you people who are still on Phil the Advice Show's channel, who are still donating to Phil, know that your money, your time, and your views are going to benefit a white woman who Phil has constantly called these people savages, white supremacists. He's playing on your emotions. Everybody knows black people are very emotional people. Okay? He's playing on your emotions. He's acting like he identifies with you. All right? And I know Phil is a black man. I know that. I could see that by looking at him. Okay? But just because he is black like you doesn't mean that he has the same black experiences as you, and doesn't mean that he is for you. It is time for black people to start realizing this, okay? Now, Phil has, I think, over 1 million subscribers. He's making a lot of money, and that's great for him, okay? Now, like I said, I don't have any problem with who Phil is involved with or who he loves, but the simple fact is just the way that he went about it, the way that he hid the fact that his wife was white from the people. If you yourself didn't feel that you're being a hypocrite, or you are trying to hide something, you're trying to be deceitful. That's deceit. Concealing something like that is deceit because you speak out against it. It's hypocritical because you speak out against it. I would have no problem with Phil. Phil came on here and said, look, these injustices that black people are facing worldwide in the hands of white people and others, as he has portrayed Asians as well, and others in the world are unjust, and it must change, and we as black people must come together. But when you're coming out and you're spewing this white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy, and you're laying down with a white woman, that's where I have the problem. That's why I have the problem. Because now you are no different than those who pray, those of other races who praise on the emotions of black people to get ahead or gain from them. While the black people that you preach to are still where they are at. Nothing has changed. Now I know I've seen Phil go to Africa. Now, excuse me, there might be other things that I might not know. This is all of this is just from my perspective. If there is something that I don't know that I've spoken of, like I said, I don't know what Phil is doing basically for the black community other than talking out about injustices, okay? Let me tell you something. Talking until you're blue will not gain results, okay? Talking until you're blue will not gain results. Going to Africa and hiding your white wife behind the scenes, right, on your subscribers' dime, okay, is not going to resolve anything. All right? It's not. And the reason I keep mentioning the wife is because of the hypocrisy. I cannot stand hypocrites. I can't. Like, I can't. Your woman, your wife is somebody you should be proud of, not somebody you should hide. Okay? And this is why I feel like he knew that what he was doing was wrong. Because who, if they don't feel guilty about something, I don't think he feels guilty about his wife. In my opinion, I feel that he feels as if he doesn't, if he shows who his wife really is, he might lose some revenue from his channel and from Patreon. This is honestly how I feel, okay? Everybody who has eyes to see can see that black people worldwide is going through so many injustices at the hands of other people, okay? But let me tell you this. Every black person who's listening to this, be careful, okay? And the reason I'm telling you to be careful is this. A black heart is incapable of receiving love. And a black heart is incapable of loving. And when I say black heart, I'm not referring to skin color. What I am referring to is darkening your heart, becoming those same people that you hate, becoming those same people, having the same attributes that they have. Okay? Hatred is a hell of a drug. All right? It is. It drives people to do many things. But let me tell you something. When your heart gets that black, right? When your heart gets that black, you cannot receive love and you cannot love. All right? Be aware of that. Do not become those that you hate. All right? And when I say hate, I'm not talking about white people in general. I'm talking about the injustices that are being done. Do not look at these injustices to the point that you yourself feel like, well, if they treat me like that, then I'm going to treat them like that. That's not the right ways to go. There's other ways to go about solving these issues. Okay? But do not darken your heart because you do not want to become that monster that you hate so badly. All right? And another thing that I want to say as well is that stop listening to these people that stay there and talk. All right? That stay there and talk. Doesn't matter where they went, where they showed you. You weren't there. You're not benefiting from it. Okay? And what I mean by that is when you come into a certain tax bracket and so forth, there is certain things that if you have gained from your community, you should have done for your community by now. Screen, okay? And just showing the news is not doing anything, especially when your wealth is going to the same people that you so badly want to come and represent this hate towards on YouTube. Like I just can't. Black people, stop being fooled. Okay? Stop being fooled. Black people are way too trusting of people. Because people say something doesn't mean you should believe them. Until you see somebody walking in the way that they speak, then you should believe them. All right? But don't believe somebody just because they tell you something. All right? Look how they walk. Look who they walk with. All right? Look what they do for a solution. Look at the solution that they are implementing for the problems that they keep telling you about. Because telling you about a problem is never going to solve it. It's just going to make you more and more aware of it. What is it doing for you? What does it do for you? All right? If you, let's say you have diabetes, right? And you don't take your medication, but every time you go to the doctor say, "Hey, you have diabetes." Aren't you still going to lose your legs? Aren't you still going to die, go into diabetic shock and still die? What is it doing for you? What does the doctor keep telling you that you have diabetes, but you're not taking the actions to solve the problem? Like, I'm just so sick of the hypocrisy. All right? And it seems more like the conscious community is the conscious community. Okay? Not saying that Phil is a con. I'm not alleging that at all. But just my observation from like everything that's going on. If you cannot walk what you speak, walk within what you preach, then I'm sorry, I can't respect you. And I view you as someone who's going about things in a deceitful way. Because why would you preach one thing and walk a different way? And there's so many others, okay? So many other people that are like that. And I don't know if I have the time or the energy to basically, preach on these things. This is not what I want my channel to be about. My channel, I want it to be about mostly discussions and progress. That's what I want. Discussions, progress, okay? Please let me know what you think at the bottom. Let me know if you see Phil doing more than talking on YouTube and showing you that he's going to Africa and hiding his wife like she's someone to be ashamed of. And if I was his wife, I'd be very ashamed that my husband is ashamed of me and trying to hide me. But if I'm into the hypocrisy of everything, then I would love it because I'm getting this great income. No one has to see me. No one has to associate me with this man, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of white supremacists out there who are not happy with Phil and the way that he speaks. Okay, but so far, to me, in my opinion, and I'm not saying this to be a fact, this is an opinion. In my opinion, this looks nothing more than just buffoonery, hypocrisy, and just a money making revenue. Because how could you care when you don't implement anything for change? No matter how much you talk. Like I said, I don't know what Phil has implemented. If he's done something that I'm unaware of, please post it down below. Okay? But I just find it to be mind boggling